I can play you the Seinfeld opening theme.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a minute to talk about VTEC? 94 Honda Del Sol.
Okay, let's not get bogged down in all of the preconceptions that come with a Honda like this. Let's take a deep breath, concentrate on VTEC. I got VTEC. You wanna know it, Brute? You wanna know it? I can tell you how it's done. Race, Brute? You wanna race, Brute? I'm bucking up for summer. I gotta go to McDonald's 5 times a day. My gotta get those calories. You even babe, bro. You wanna race, Brute? What people don't realize is that Honda always underestimates their power. It's because of the VTEC. It's because of the VTEC. I've seen stock ones make like 250 on the dyno, bro. It's because of the VTEC. Can someone listen to me explain VTEC? Anyone? Please? I'm terribly sorry, but there is no discussing a Del Sol or almost any of 90s Hondas without talking about the culture that surrounds it globally. Except, when I say globally, I don't necessarily mean Finland. Finnish car culture has its downsides. Actually, quite a bunch of them. I mean, as we were filming this, the local police... The place is a freaking abandoned piece of tarmac. What? Why would you even... Okay. Don't go into the details, don't go into the details. Not the details, concentrate. Concentrate, take a deep breath. Don't hit the VTEC. Don't get into Finnish speed enforcement, just don't. Okay, I think I'm good now. What I was saying is that Finnish car culture has its downsides, but the negative thing that isn't apparent in the frozen north is the VTEC bro. Basically here in Finland, the VTEC bros are replaced by another species called the Vanos bro. A typical Vanos bro is usually a much calmer personality than a basic VTEC bro across the pond. But then he has a couple of beers with his flock of Vanos bros, and the civilized discussion about Vanos' superiority over other valve timing systems turns into a drunken parking lot revving contest of poorly maintained and rusty E36s. But that's not the case with the Finnish Honda people I've met. They have actually been nice folks who usually have an interest in cars as a whole, not just the VTEC. And that brings us to this particular Del Sol, because even though it's not a pure VTEC, it's actually pure VTEC. It's from 2004. But isn't it from 94? No! It's from 2004. Look at it! The 76-inch flashy wheels over an 8-inch drum brake, the Chinese clear headlights, it's from 2004. It's a mass of aftermarket radios, chrome double exhaust tips. It's actually Paul Walker endlessly shifting gears through a mountain path. And it's actually a rare sight in modern Finland. But that's what it is. It's a full-blown VTEC bro machine. A machine you despise when sitting next to it at the set of traffic lights in your Skoda Octavia. But, and here's the thing about the 90s Honda, love when you're behind the wheel.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I can't even remember that I've driven a Honda Civic before.
The sound from the exhaust makes promises that the engine cannot keep. I've driven this, and from my experience, I could almost say that you're going to like this, even though the brakes don't function at the moment. This is not the original gearbox, as I've understood, so this is from like a Civic Diesel or something, so it has really stupid gearing at the moment.
Just like trying to figure out what I'm gonna say about the steering. It's like, it's sharp, but then again it's not, because it's like
it's wallowing.
It's a slow steering, but the steering feels pretty good.
The things that the previous owner has done to it, everything makes this car worse.
Okay, but driving this car, it makes me kind of understand why VTEC Bros are called VTEC Bros. The car makes you feel...
It wants to be driven.
It wants to be driven, exactly, yeah.
You can hear the VTEC kicking in.
Really tempting to take this out on the track, but then again, I think...
without the proper brakes, no.
Yeah. Are there car guys in a Lada? I can imagine like what this must have been like the shit back in '94.
not sure. We should record this because this is some funny shit. So it's... Yeah, and when I give it some gas, then it slows down with the revs.
Like from the cars we've driven, this is the car. Like I'm really scared of the car falling apart while driving it.
Yeah, this is not a pristine example.
Not really, no. But I guess.
But this is a VTEC Pro example, and that's the point.
But again, like even if you look at this car in this condition, this is like what 99% of VTEC Hondas are like, in real life. So it's a real life example.
So step out of your comfort zone and drive a 90s Honda. If you like driving in the tiniest bit, I guarantee you'll fall in love with it. You will not admit it to your friends or co-workers or YouTube subscribers who drive reasonable Volvo V70s and VW Passats. And Mikko has even leased a 2018 520 diesel. Oh, the seemingly endless lunchroom discussion about the steering wheel warmer. The one optional extra that Mikko actually did get. You'd like to take a part in that discussion. Because that's what normal people do, right?
Oh, a steering wheel warmer.
Yes, it's an absolute necessity once you get used to it.
Well, okay, but let me tell you everything about the maintenance history of my Opel. As I told my mechanic and my dealer will agree, blah 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 oil leak.
But deep down you know, when you get home from work, you're going to search the living hell out of the interwebs to find a 95 Civic. Even a small engine one. You feel the VTECism growing inside.
No one must know.
No one has to know. I'll store the red Del Sol I just accidentally bought so deep in my garage, even my wife won't notice it.
Then when the sun is out and she's had one too many glasses of wine with dinner, I'll take the roof off and take her to a drive. Yeah, and I'll drive smoothly because she doesn't like exuberant driving. We'll just go for a nice... Who am I kidding? I have to go past 7,000 RPM. I cannot drive normally anymore. She'll never understand. I'm freaking 45 and wearing my cap backwards for crying out loud. How did it come to this? How can a variable valve timing system make me want to leave my wife after 20 years? Have I become one of them? Am I a VTEC bro?
Yes, you are, my good sir, but not to worry, because when you peel away the 76-inch rims and the hand grenade-shaped valve caps, you'll find a nice and relatively cheap driver's car. And more importantly for you, my good sir, if you peel away the beard oils and the backwards caps of a VTEC bro, you'll find a nice dude. A dude who doesn't necessarily brag about his one-night stand as much as the image of him might suggest. A dude who wears a seatbelt and helps an old-timer cross the street in a busy junction.
Beard oil. It keeps the VTEC man in a good shape. I have more oil in my beard than in my engine. Pow! Okay, Volkswagen, get the f*** off. This is a modified Del Sol. Yeah. I can see at least these Barco racing bucket seats. Yeah, the roof is a bit in bad shape, but it's coming up. Yeah, but it's lightweight. Yep. For the track days, or do you go to track days with this car, or? Nope. I do mainly stuff. Okay. You go hunting or to the gym, or? I climb in the trees and stuff like that. Okay. That's in my opinion, that's mainly like what real men should do. Yeah, real men climb trees. That's a good quotation. They have sex, they sleep, eat, and then they climb the trees and sweat in any other way. I think it's the VTEC style. What do you think, in average, does a VTEC guy have more sex than, say, a Volvo guy? I think it comes in seasons in that sense. Okay, so the bulking season is also the sex season, or is it the other way? I think it's more like how to say it? Well, it's quite quiet in general. So where did you get those hand grenade wheel caps, or those? Oh, those, yeah. Last summer.
I think was the major update in this car.
How many brake horsepower do you have? How much are you running right now?
It's about 100. Could it be? I think it's less than 100 is the realistic, maybe 50 or 70.
So basically you're born a VTEC guy.
Yeah, I was born in it like Bane in Batman. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Maybe it's time for the photo shoot.
You see, a VTEC bro's not that bad, is he? He's not that bad. And next week he promised to take me to a track day. And we promised to fix his brakes before the track day. He's not that bad, I tell you. He's not that bad.
Calm down, good sir. We understand. We are car people and we've driven old Hondas. And even though the brakes are shut, the exhaust makes promises the engine cannot keep, the wheels are 83 inches, the gearbox is a wrong gearbox, the valve caps are hand grenades and there are 56 empty Red Bull cans having a rattling contest with the dashboard. We understand, because behind all of the goody two-shoes, there's a little VTEC bro inside all of us. Just quietly waiting for that needle to hit 6,000. Waiting to be engaged. Waiting to kick in.
Oh come on, this is the worst fucking piece of crap I've ever heard. Please don't play it anymore. Thank you.